角川ゲームス。
Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Root Letter Last Answer on Nintendo Switch. And we should get to the end of the Ghost Princess end. Himegamori? Something like that? Yeah.
続きから。
So she didn't like me. I suspected as much, but it's still a blow. I get that she was visiting the Fumino residence to find out about Aya, but why the letters? Oh, okay, so we're doing this again. Thankfully this is all the same. What happened to her grades after that?
それからも上がる一方でした。文野教授の教え方が相当良かったのでしょう。大学教授ですからね。
Yeah, kind of catching up to where we were last time. I guess it doesn't save exactly where you are. I wonder what she was feeling while pretending to be Aya. She faked your death. She faked Aya's death. And it really didn't work out. Oh wait, did it not
マ
save?
ックスへ。元気ですか？きっと元気。
Oh gosh, this is the other route. Well, did I not save last time? Huh. I thought I did, but this is the cursed letter, which is not what we're playing. Hold on a minute.
"この物語はフィクションです。
I'll have to wait till I get the phone. But we'll go through this as fast as we can, so we can get to where we were. I thought I saved yesterday. I guess not. Okay, I think this. Nope. And what about folklore? Mm-hmm. Research history, right? Ride as fast as I can. Speed rider. That's right. I basically want the second answer of everything. Girls. Yeah. All right. Sure. Second answer. Let's do it. I wonder if it remembers
こんにちは。
what I did before, even without the save.
「こんにちは。
Oh, no.
「こんにちは。暑い日が続いていますが、元気にしていますか？昨日、クラスメートと夏祭りに行ってきました。
Mm-hmm. closer. Okay, I think this is where we start getting into...
少し遅れましたが、明けましておめでとうございます。寒さ厳しき折柄、いかがお過ごしですか？今年は受験ですね。受験は緊張します。受験会場でリラックスできるようにお守りを持参するのがいいでしょう。最後は神頼みです。凍った道で滑ったり、階段から落ちないようにしてくださいね。受験、頑張りましょう。文野彩。
Let's see. Oh, okay, now let me skip. Let's see, where do we go? I suppose I can double check the places I saw before, which is here. What's with these prices? Are you selling this magazine? It says it's not for sale.
もちろん、この店に並んじゃうもんは、
So will you sell to me?
気分次第じゃな。
Okay, so it does remember your choices. I think I'll head back to my room. That's right. Go look at the magazine. Use the magazine. Too hungry. That's right, it's my final stamp. Gonna have my fish. Let's try Hanukkah right away. That's right. Talk to her. Let me go a little trip. the lighthouse. Kidnap this old lady. That's right. And go to that restaurant, or that other restaurant. Where was it? That one, right? Yeah. I just want to tell her what's in my heart.
それは残念ね。しおりはここにはいないわ。
What was it? Third one? Tell me the truth, what happened 15 years ago?
私も聞きたいわ。
お母さんの前じゃちょっと。
That's good. At least I remembers. I was worried I wasn't going to remember anything. Then I would have had to remember where we left off, and my memory is much more faulty than the game. What was Fumino like?
私も数回会ったきりだけど、何を考えとるかよくわからん人だったわ。
Yeah, I guess the save really isn't a normal save. Okay. That's right. Play a little prank on Fatty. Poor Fatty. What did you do after you parted, Fatty?
驚いたし恥ずかしかったよ。まさかあんな風に言われるなんて思ってなかった。それにあんなことを言うような子でもなかったんだ。
So she did change after all. Where is she now?
しおりはアヤを演じるうちにアヤになってしまった。そして私の前から消えたの。
So that's the truth. Miss Yoshika and I exchanged cell phone numbers. She said she'd contact me if she finds out anything. Acquired Yoshika's contact info. Now I know the truth about what happened 15 years ago, but I still have no idea where Shiori is.
姫の便箋。
It's the 10th day since I arrived at Matsui. I take a letter out from my bag. There's still one letter I hadn't reread. It's the letter in princess pattern stationery. This is the 10th letter she sent me, postmarked February 27th. I read the last letter.
元気にしていますか？もうすぐ卒業です。高校生活に後悔はありませんか？マックスならないというのかな。いつになるかはわからないけど、あなたは松江を訪れる。そして文通をしたことを後悔する。背負わなくてもいい荷物を背負ったのよ。でもそれが運命。逆らうことはできない。混沌の螺旋でマックスは右往左往する。マックスとはいつか会える。その日を楽しみにしているわ。海の綾。
It's like she foretold where I am now. What was my response again? I'm doing well. There are a lot of things I didn't do in high school, but I have no regrets. Exactly as you said, I don't regret corresponding with you. It helped me relax while studying for exams. It was fun. I want to try visiting Matsuda sometime. If it's fate, I'll follow along gladly. I do want to meet you someday. I have no doubt that'll be a wonderful meeting. Look forward to it. Here's hoping to see you, Max. My response was completely peaceful. My cell phone rings. It's from Miss Yoshioka. Has she found something? I take the call.
あなたはこの町に来ちゃいけんかったのよ。私はもう。
Through the phone, I hear the voice of a woman giggling creepily.
助けて。
Yoshie. The phone hangs up. What just happened? I call Yoshie back, but it goes straight to voicemail. Haruka is cleaning. Maybe Haruka knows something. Would you happen to know where Miss Yoshika lives?
彼女のアパートなら松江中央南通り3番よ。
Thank you. I come half running and bump into a woman wearing a mask. Sorry. The masked woman walks away. Well, she was creepy as hell. I hear the sound of sirens nearby. That's an ambulance. I run over to the ambulance. Yoshi is being carried onto the back. Excuse me, I'm a friend of hers. I get in front of Yoshi being carried away.
あやよ。あやが現れたの。
With that, Yoshi loses consciousness. I head to the hospital with Yoshi. I wonder if she's all right. As I wait in the hallway, Ishihara and Monkey come over to me.
おばさんが倒れたって本当なの？
They said it was her chronic heart condition acting up, but her life isn't in danger.
私はてっきりしおりのせいかと。
Yoshi told me that Aya appeared.
彼女の仕業か。
ここに来る途中でしおりに似た人を見たわ。
実は学校で不気味な女が噂になってるんだ。
彼女は松江に戻ってきているのよ。
Where do you think she is now?
こっちが聞きたいよ。そもそも何のために戻ってきたんだ。
Don't ask me. Where would she show up, do you think?
そうね。簡単に会えるのはデブかな。
Let's go to Patricia Pure. We head to Patricia Pure. We arrive at Patricia Pure. When we get inside the shop, Fatty is eating a berry tart, his mouth bright red. What are you doing?
僕がもうどうなってもいいんだ。僕はもう終わりだ。
ベリーのタルトを食べたくらいじゃ死なないわよ。
Fatty starts crying. After lying down a little, Fatty regains his composure. What happened?
優香と喧嘩して。
血は喧嘩か。
彼女ノズと浮気してるんだ。
それ本当なの？
あいつのバーにこそこそ通っていたんだ。
だからって浮気とは限らないでしょ。
Did you ask her what was going on?
聞いてないけど。
自信のない気弱な性格は変わらないな。
チビに話を聞きましょう。
We head straight to the Nakamoto bar. Shorty is cleaning up around the bar.
いきなり呼び出してなんだよ。
あなた、優香ちゃんと浮気したの？
彼女と俺の関係を疑ってるのか？
Please confess quickly. We don't have time to get caught up in some dumb lovers quarrel.
俺はデブが浮気してるんじゃないかって優香ちゃんから相談されたんだ。
僕が浮気だって。
お前の部屋から女が出てきたのを見たって言ってたぞ。
そんなことあるわけないだろ。
もしかしてしおりじゃないのか。
彼女が戻ってきたのか。
それっぽい女性をみんなが見ているんだ。
なら彼女かもしれないな。
What does she want?
わからないわ。
Finding and asking her would be the quickest way.
彼女は神出鬼没でなかなか会えないぞ。
Let's split up and look for her.
見つけたら携帯に連絡する。
I exchange phone numbers with the classmates. Acquired all classmates' contact info. Ooh. That's the first time that's ever happened. I got all enthusiastic, but finding her is proving difficult. Yuka comes walking towards me from ahead. Huh? That's Yuka. I'll try talking to her. Yuka,
あなたは偶然ですね。
I heard about your fight with Fatty.
真面目そうに見えたけど浮気していたのよ。
Actually, it seems that's not what happened.
彼の部屋から出てくる女の人を見たのよ。
That woman is amusing herself by confusing us.
どういうことですか？
I don't really understand it myself, but if you see a strange woman, you're better off keeping your distance.
わかりました。
Yuka heads off. I won't find her by blindly looking around. I better go ask everyone's opinion. I get out my phone. I call Shioda's classmates and arrange to meet up. I arrive at Waterworks. The 7 classmates have gathered. It's proving hard to find her.
ここ数年平穏だったのに。
Maybe that's what she hates.
どういうこと？
That she despises people living happy lives. So, seeing you guys having quiet lives gives her the urge to disturb them, maybe.
そうかもしれないな。
Maybe she lured me here to disturb your peace.
あなたがこの町から出て行ったら元の生活に戻れるんじゃない？
I doubt it'll be that simple.
それならどうすればいいの？
Is there any way... The police won't believe this whole story. We had to figure it out ourselves, I guess, and there's only one way ahead. Let's hear from her actual father.
文野教授？
You should be able to find out Professor Fumino's contact info through the city office.
それは。
You can't act like this doesn't concern you. She could easily show up at the city office.
実は役所にマスクの不気味な女が現れるって噂になってるんですよね。
Isn't it about time we settle this once and for all?
メガネ、調べてくれ。
私からもお願い。彼女の呪縛から解放されたいわ。
わかりました。調べましょう。
He'll listen if it's Snappy doing the asking, huh? I mean, Snappy's pretty hot. We end up waiting for a while, and then Four Eyes comes with a copy of the document from the city office.
資料をコピーしてきました。
Never mind that, just show us. According to the file that Four Eyes copied, Professor Fumino is in a nursing home. Required copy of government papers. We all jump on the train. We're en route to the nursing home to see Professor Fumino. Come to think of it, there is something that's still concerning. Why did the 11th letter have no postmark?
何を考えているの？
There was a letter from her that didn't have a postmark. I was puzzling over it.
彼女が直接持って行ったのよ。それしか考えられないわ。
But it was in my room, you know?
こっそり侵入したのよ。
You've got to be kidding. The train reaches the station. We arrive at a nursing home standing by the coast. It's a newly built nursing home with a fresh feel to it. We enter the reception desk.
文野直樹さんを訪ねてきました。
どうぞお入りください。
A nurse with a mask comes out from the back.
私が案内いたします。
Party town. The nurse shows us inside the home. There are a number of young women writhing their hips, performing a bewitching dance on stage. The old men are watching the show with a gleam in their eyes. What is this room?
娯楽ルームでございます。
The nurse takes us to an old man in a wheelchair.
海野さん、お客さんですよ。
客だって？
Professor Fumino is surprised to see the 7 classmates.
これは懐かしい。ショーは休憩にしましょう。
The girls who are dancing on stage take a break, and the curtain comes down. The other seniors leave the room. We exit the dim room and go out to the courtyard.
皆さん、久しぶりですね。おや、君は見ない顔ですね。
Professor Fumino stares at me intently. I was her pen pal.
ああ、マックス君だね。しおりは君に会いたがっていましたよ。
Do you know how we can reach her?
その前に、皆さんにお話があります。
しおりがあなたの娘だというのは吉岡さんから聞きました。
話はそれだけではありません。私は病気でもう長くない。生きているうちに話しておくことがあります。
Does it mean to say there are more secrets?
しおりを養女に出した理由から話しましょう。33年前、しおりが生まれてすぐのことです。
Little Aya is staring intently at the sleeping baby Shiori in her crib. Professor Fumino comes in.
あやの妹のしおりだよ。かわいいだろう。
パパは私とこの子のどっちが好きなの？
二人とも同じくらい大好きだよ。
そんなの嫌。パパは私が大切でしょ？
もちろんだよ。
私のお願いなら何でも聞いてくれるわよね。
パパにできることならね。
それならこの子を殺して。
何を言うんだ。
私のお願い聞いてくれるって言ったでしょ。
バカなことを言うんじゃない。
パパがやらないなら私がやるわ。
やめなさい。
Professor Fumino slaps Aya across the cheek. Aya glares at Professor Fumino with seething, rebellious eyes.
アヤは普通の娘じゃなかったんです。
She was a psychopath?
しおりの危険を感じた私たちは彼女を東園の吉岡夫妻に養女に出したんです。
What happened to Aya?
私が監視していたので殺人者にはならなかった。しかし18歳で亡くなった。
What happened after that?
陽子の落ち込みはひどいものでした。そして妻はアヤは綺麗になって帰ってくると言うようになったんです。
姫ヶ森の姫の伝承ですね。
So you made Shiori into her stand-in.
しおりも承知してくれました。彼女がアヤを演じるようになって陽子に笑顔が戻りました。しかし しおりがおかしくなっていった。
As Professor Fumino walks by, he hears a moan from Aya's room.
しおり、どうしたんだ？
助けて。
Professor Fumino opens the door. Shiori is crouched on the floor, holding her head in her hands. Professor Fumino comes in.
私は誰ですか？
何を言ってるんだ。君は吉岡しおりだよ。
本当にそうなの？海のあやじゃないのよね。
何を言い出すんだ。
記憶が混濁して、しおりの私の記憶が消えて、あやさんの記憶が入ってくるんです。
私はあやを演じるのをやめるように言いました。でも手遅れだった。優しかったしおりの人格はなくなり、彼女はサイコパスのあやになってしまった。
What happened after that?
文の手を燃やした。
The newspaper said it was an electrical short.
彼女ですよ。
What was she trying to do?
わかりません。ただ彼女は見たいんだと思います。
See what?
その人の持っている本来の姿です。
私たちの本来の姿って何ですか？
彼女は皆さんの姿をこう言ってました。メガネの強欲、ビッチの嫉妬、デブの暴食、ガリの憤怒、猿の傲慢、チビの怠惰、親友の色欲。
Bestie's lost. Oh, I'm best friends with Bestie then. The seven deadly sins, huh? What am I then?
彼女はもう一つ軽薄を加えました。
私たちが罪人だと言いたいの？
彼女は真の姿を見抜いているんです。
Does she think she's punishing sinners?
いいえ、彼女の考えは誰にも理解できません。
Professor Fumino suddenly starts coughing. Are you all right?
海野さん、少し話しすぎですよ。今日はここまでにしてください。
Just one last thing. Where is she now?
それは
Professor Fumino shakes his head.
もういいでしょ。
そうですね。
We leave the nursing home. That masked nurse.
こんな時にナンパしようと考えてたの？
Well,
早く帰りましょう。
After we leave the home, Professor Fumino passed away and ended up heading back to Tokyo without ever finding out where Shiori was. Oh, we know where she is. Alright, so this is basically Aya Reborn as an ending. It's interesting. I mean, the two, like, dark endings, I guess I like those the most, honestly. I mean, I know you're supposed to, like, the goal was supposed to get to the wedding ending. And that one's a good ending too, you know, but I sort of like it when it's a little darker, when everything goes wrong, and to me that's a little bit more interesting. But yeah, I think if there were like a fair amount of time working on the translation and just sort of adding some more dialogue to make it a little bit more believable, I think this could really be something really, really interesting, at least for North American audiences. It's just that things like happen in such a quick way, and a lot of times just really stretching the logic. I think somebody who's like a native English speaker is not really going to be convinced of all of the motivations. but as long as you understand that there's going to be some meaning lost in how the translation was done, then I think it can still be enjoyed. You know, you kind of get the gist of it, and to me, that's good enough. You know, it's got so many endings that you get a lot of playthroughs at it, and you get your money's worth. And it doesn't have like hard endings like a lot of visual novels where you have to start over and you just die like in the middle of the story. That's what I like about it. I'm walking in a crowd of people, the kind you get in this city. It's been several days since I came back to Tokyo. I was finally able to start my own office, something I'd wanted to do for the longest time. When I get to the office, I pass a masked woman walking the other way. The woman bows her head a little. Huh? What was that just now? There's a letter without a postmark left on my desk. White writing scrawled on black stationery. Who left this here? Huh, there's no postmark. Just like Aya's 11th letter. I read the letter. Max, they're deceiving you. Everyone's telling lies. Come and help me. Please save me. Aya Fumino. I hang my head, reading the letter. She's targeting me too. This isn't good. Oh, that's the ending? Oh, okay. You think there would be more to it?
Shimane de matteru yo.
Thank you for playing so much. We'll be waiting for you in Shimane. Mystery Access Premium Talk. Letter answer arcs have been unlocked. Yes. Got them all. So let's check out the final one. Do we got time? Yeah, let's do it. Princess of Kindergarten Force Route Answer Arc, Curse Letter Answer Arc, Golden Thought Answer Arc.
Gallery.
So there's 3 arcs? There we go. Mystery Access. Listen to commentary from 3 actresses.
FumiのAyaを演じさせていただきました。Ayaです。皆さん、いかがでしたか？今回、ルートレターのお話をいただいて、舞台が島根県だと知り、やったーと大きな声を出してしまいました。実は、以前から島根県に興味があったんです。出雲大社、松江城、石見銀山など県内に日本の歴史が詰まっているようで、絶対に一度は行ってみたいと思っていました。しかもお仕事で来られてラッキーでした。今回私の演じた文野彩さんは美人で頭も良くて美術の才能もあるという完璧な女子高生で、自分と比べると随分と違うなぁと思ったんですけど、逆に自分と違うので楽しんで演じることができました。と言っても本当の彩さんは25年前に亡くなっているんですよね。それで私はしおりさんが演じる吉岡しおりも演じさせてもらいました。皆さんゲームを体験したのでわかりますよね。吉岡しおりを演じる上で同じ役を演じるしおりさんと長い時間話をさせてもらいました。そして一緒に松江の美味しい料理をいただきました。相撲足腰も2人で制覇しましたよ。ヤマタのおろちそばはありませんでしたが、うな重をいただきました。しおりさんと話をして、しおり役を2人で演じ分けようと意気投合したんですよ。それからゆかりさんとは仕事中はあまり会わないようにしました。ゆかりさん、ごめんなさい。というのも、ゆかりとしおりは疎遠になっている設定だったので、少し距離を置いたんです。 でもおかげでラストの再会のシーンは盛り上がりました。と言ってもここで会うのは私ではなくしおりさんなんですけどね。そう考えると私の役は少し寂しいな。次は伝説の少女ではなく普通の生きている人を演じたいですね。元気なスポーツものや切ない恋愛ドラマのヒロインもいいな。そろそろお時間になってしまったようです。また皆さんとお会いできるのを楽しみにしています。ルートレターにお付き合いいただきありがとうございました。また絶対にお会いしましょう。約束ですよ。文のあやを演じたあやでした。
Interesting. Okay, so the bonus routes are here. Answer arc, huh? What does this mean? Or rather, Shiori Yoshika. There was no emotional meeting waiting for me, only the ghastly tale surrounding the Fumino family. It was the legend of the princess of Himegamori Forest, a girl who died and been born again, even more beautiful. And Shiori had been born again as Aya, as if she were following the path of the legend itself. It was just as crazy as the legend. I take out the black, unpostmarked stationery. They're deceiving you, Max. They're all liars. Come and save me, please. Please save me, Aya Fumino. This jet black letter had arrived straight after my return from Shimane. The sender was Aya Fumino. Guess this isn't over yet. I finally went ahead and set up my new office, but I haven't been able to concentrate on my work at all since the incident. It seems I'm one of Aya Fumino's targets too, which means I'm going to have to look into this. They call me Max because I gave everything my all. That hasn't changed even now. A smile rallied at myself as I decided to return to Shimane once again. Oh, are these three the canon endings? Is the wedding ending not the canon ending? Glad I could get a room in the same inn again. Not that it feels particularly nostalgic or anything. It's only been a month. I stretch out wide and flop onto the bed, ready to relieve the travel fatigue I'm experiencing. Plunk.
Nanda?
I look over to where the sound came from. I spot a dark letter slipped in between the sliding doors at the entrance. Must be the manager. I take the letter. Seeing that it's not postmarked and that there's no address, I decide to just open it straight away. This is a letter from Aya. Welcome back, I suppose. It's already started. I'm going to have those liars disappear. This can no longer be stopped. Just forget about me, Aya Fumino. I wonder if this means Shiori's completely turned into Aya. Wait, look at this. It says save me, right? Perhaps Shiori's still in there. Maybe there's even something I can do to help. But this line says I'm going to have those liars disappear. I need to check on how they're all doing. I decided to phone Monkey first. It rings for a moment before he picks up.
Moshi.
Hey Monkey, how are you doing? I've come back to Matsue.
なんでそんなに気に入ったのか今夜チビのとこで一杯やるか
I'd love to, honestly, but now's not the time for that.
なんでだよ
それが
I received a letter from Aya Fumino, from Shiori.
なんだって
This is hard to say, but she wrote about killing her classmates from back then.
サル
しおりのおふくろさんは持病の心臓発作だったろデブのとこだって男女の中をかき回しただけだしおりにできることなんてそれくらいだ襲いかかってくるなら返り討ちにしてやるよ
Hey, you don't believe me?
人が幸せにしているのが憎いんだったかそれくらいで殺されてたまるか
But
お前も早く忘れろ俺たちのこともな
with that, Monkey cuts the call. You can tell he's a gym teacher.
困ったな
How can I let the others know? I look out the window and notice it's gotten really late. I'll call it a night and go and see them in person tomorrow. combination of slight relief at Monkey's reaction and my fatigue from the trip sees me drift off into sleep right away. I'm woken up by my phone ringing. Who could that be? I answer my phone, still half asleep. Yeah, who is it?
おい、寝ぼけてんじゃねえ。目を覚ませ。
Monkey? What's this about? It's so early.
殺された。なんだ？メガネが殺されたんだよ。
Four Eyes was what?
早朝、自宅マンションの玄関前で倒れているところを管理人が発見したらしい。胸に刺し傷があって血の海だったそうだ。
Four Eyes.
メガネ
Screaming won't solve anything.
メガネいいやつだったのに。
Why, Four Eyes? He was a good man. Now's not time for mourning. Am I sure I'm not overlooking something?
「カツラは一緒に墓に入れておくぜ。
He put his therapies in his grave with them. Yeah, okay. It's not time for making jokes.
メガネのことだ。何か手がかりを残してるに違いない。
Talking about Four Eyes here, he must have left behind some clue, or some sort of clue.
よし。
I'm going over to Four Eyes' place. Give me his address. Monkey gives me address of Four Eyes' apartment, and I race straight over. There are a bunch of police cars around as the police carry out their inspections. Everything feels so solemn. Doesn't look like there's any way past. I'll try asking that policeman over there.
ちょっとすみません。
I just heard about the accident.
矢島どいたどいた。それとも被害者に何か関係でもあるのか？
He glares at me dubiously.
いや、
No, I was just curious.
捜査の邪魔になるから近づかないで。
He ended up chasing me away. Having no other choice, I go back down to the lobby. The mailboxes for the residents are here. Tanaka, this is Four Eyes' mailbox. I always imagined that guy would be more on the ball. This thing's overflowing with mail. I spot a black envelope amidst the leaflets jutting out of his crowded mailbox.
これは。
I make sure none of the policemen in the lobby are looking and grab the envelope. It'll seem suspicious if I stay here, so I should leave for now. This letter was shoved into Four Eyes' mailbox. Shiori, what are you planning? I opened the black envelope. Four Eyes, sweet, studious Four Eyes. Sadly, he was a liar, so I killed him. Who'll be next, I wonder? Have you worked it out yet, Max? Aya Fumino. God damn it, is she making fun of me? I should talk to the police. No, they'll never believe this. If anything, they'll just suspect me. Who's going to be the next target? My phone starts ringing. Hello?
俺だ。今回のことを話し合ってるところだ。お前もチビの店に来い。
OK。
Got it. I'll be right there. I hang up the phone and head towards Nakamura Bar. I arrive at Shorty's bar. The closed sign is hanging on the door, but I pay it no mind and walk right in.
よ。
Sorry to keep you waiting.
来たか。
Shorty is behind the bar as usual. Monkey is sat opposite him.
おいおい。
Just the two of you?
俺は休みだからいいが、あいつらもいろいろ用事があるみたいだな。後から合流する。しおりからの手紙のことは、俺からみんなにメールで伝えておいた。
そうか。
I see. Thanks.
昨日のうちに連絡しておけば、もしかしたらメガネは。くそ。
Monkey slams his fist on the counter in regret. I went to Four Eyes' place. I found this letter in his mailbox. I think someone else is going to be attacked soon.
マジかよ。もしかして。
Look, can you think of anything you've done to make Shiori hate you? Doesn't matter how small it is.
いや、俺たちは普通の友人だった。
しお 織しおりって言うけどよ、あいつはアヤになっちまったんだろ。俺たちはとばっちりだよ。
Is Aya really that twisted?
お、これデブのとこのケーキか。
Monkey reaches out for a cake box placed on the counter.
ああ、昨夜俺がいない間に差し入れだってオーナーが受け取ったらしい。すれ違っちゃって悪いことしたな。
ゴタゴタして朝飯食ってないから腹減ってるんだ。これ食ってもいいか。
ああ、方向出そう。
Monkey takes the fork and digs into the cake.
あいつの店パティスリーピアだっけ。結構うまいよな。
俺もいい味してるぜ。
そんなに急いで食ったら喉に詰まるぞ。
そんなやわじゃねえよ。
だから言ったんだ。今水を出してやるから。
Monkey starts scratching at his chest in agony as his eyes go bloodshot. Hey, something's wrong. Monkey collapses onto the counter with a loud thud. He's frothing at the mouth. This isn't normal.
救急車!
The ambulance arrives before long, but the medics who check over Monkey pronounce him dead at the scene. Apparently, the police are going to look into it, given the nature of the incident.
殺される。俺も殺されるんだ。
Shorty clutches his head in his hands, trembling. He's acting way too suspiciously.
どうなんだ?
Why aren't you telling me? Come on, I know you're hiding something. The fear has gotten to him completely. I'm not going to get anything out of him in this state. Look over at the cake box. The cause of Monkey's demise. I wonder if it was poison.
なんだ?
The bottom of the box looks too thick. I pick it up and look at the reverse.
もしかして
This is a letter. There's a black envelope stuck to the bottom. I peel it off and open it up. The correct answer was Monkey. You know, I hear Fatty's gotten really good at baking. I'm so proud of him. Sadly, he's a liar too. Aya Fumino. Gah, I should have realized sooner. If she already used that cake to get to Monkey, that means she's already made contact with Fatty. Which means her next target is Fatty. If I stay here, the police will probably want to question me. I need to hurry over to Patissier Pure. I don't want to leave Shorty alone, given his current state, but I'm worried about Fatty too. So I have no choice but to leave Shorty and sprint over to the Patissier.
これは
What the? When I arrive at Fatty's shop, it's already engulfed in roaring flames. Onlookers are standing around watching, and I hear the sirens in the distance. Where's Fatty? Is he inside? I don't want Shiori to kill anyone else. How might I still be able to make it in time? Oh, damn it. That's not what I expected.
10秒数えたら飛び込むぞ。1
There's no time. Fatty will be burnt for crisp at this rate.
俺が行くしかない。うわー！
何しようとしてんのよ。
Snappy. Just as I was about to rush into the blazing building, Snappy grabbed my arm.
バカじゃないの？死ぬ気？
I want Shiori to commit any more crimes.
落ち着きなさい。火災初期に近所の人が中に誰もいないことを確認したそうよ。
そうか。
あんたがマックスってあだ名だった理由、思い出させられたわ。
Okay, but what are you doing here? Misaki takes a black envelope out of her pocket.
これは
That's stationery.
あなたと同じように私にも届いたの。マックスがパティスリーに来る。導いてあげてって。差出人は吉岡しおりだったわ。
もしかして
Shiori? So she hasn't completely turned into Aya yet.
私だってしおりを助けたい。このまま待っているだけじゃダメ。こちらから動きましょう。
You're right. What should we do next?
あなたが東京に帰ってからしばらくして文野教授が亡くなったわ。詳しくはわからないけど何か医療ミスがあったみたい。
そうか。
Damn,
文野教授は別宅を持っていて、時々介護施設から帰っていたそうよ。その別宅に私たちは招待されていたの。直前でお亡くなりになったから行けなかったけど、もしかしたらそこに手がかりがあるかも。
Yeah, it's possible that Aya or Shiori might have left something with Professor Fumino. Masaki shares the address with me, and we both make our way to Professor Fumino's second residence.
何よこれ。
We leave the mountain path and head through a lifeless forest until we find Professor Fumino's second residence. Masaki's lost for words as she stares up at it.
この家、火事で焼けた文の手そのまま。
なんだって？
How is that possible?
こんなのおかしいわ。私、なんだか気持ち悪い。
Masaki is clearly afraid.
まあ、そうだよな。
We pull the doorknob on the door and open it. It wasn't locked. Crash bang.
何の音？
Someone's inside. Let's go. We rush towards the living room where the noise is coming from to find Fatty swinging a bat around.
殺される前にこっちからぶっ殺してやる。
He keeps on swinging the bat around, destroying the furniture and ornaments. The room is a complete mess.
やめろよ。
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
なんだ、お前らか。
なんでこんなことしてるのよ、大森くん。
届いたんだよ。しおりからの手紙が届いたんだよ。俺にも湖に来いって。さもなければ優香の命もないってよ。
Fatty begins to swing the bat around again.
だからやられる前にこっちから来たんだ。おい、ここにいるんだろしおり。出てこい。ぶっ殺してやる。
大森くん、もうやめて。
そういえばお前らなぜここに。まさかしおりとグルなのか。
勘弁してくれ。
俺は騙されねえぞ。
I somehow managed to pin Fatty's arms at his side as he comes towards me, preventing him from attacking. But the madness has made him stronger. He struggles to break free, pupils bloodshot.
どうする？
Ugh. Gotta shut him up with max mode.
お前が暴れてどうする？目を覚ませ！
Stop it, you absolute moron. I throw a punch as hard as I can, right at his thick skull. Fatty's eyes roll back as he collapses to the floor.
大森くん、気の弱い人だったから恐怖でおかしくなってしまったんだわ。
It's finally quiet in here. Come on, let's take a look around. We start with the living room and search the entire building. Maybe too much was lost in the fire of the first building, as although this is an apparent reconstruction, there's not much to be found. This is the only room left. I take a step inside. The room is decorated in the style of an elegant young girl's. This must be Aya's, and therefore Shiori's room. I catch the sight of a drawer on the desk and open it.
それって手紙？
Unlike the black letters that have been popping up all over the place, this one is white. I open it and read it with Misaki. I wonder who will find this letter. I hope it's you, Max. I'm going to write down everything we've done. Right now, I'm still Shiori. This family has been insane for ages now. Aya was abused by Professor Fumino since a young age, yet she desired his love and did her best to please him. Sadly, the happy days she wished for never arrived. Aya's death was reported as an accident, but that's not true at all. Her body was worn down by the professor until she eventually succumbed. With Aya gone, their attention fell onto me. The professor used Yoko's failing memory to bring me into his house and started to abuse me instead. What happened exactly is something I don't wish to write down. I tried to get help, of course, but I was unsuccessful. In exchange for adopting me from my mother, the professor gave me a lot of money. If she didn't have that money, I knew she'd find it difficult to live by herself. I'm sure my mother noticed that the professor what the professor was doing to me, but she never said anything. I enjoyed it all. I had a lot of special friends then, and that's why, however, it was not long after the Christmas party, Monkey, Shorty, and Fatty happened to catch sight of what the professor was doing to me. Afterward, those three were allowed to do as they pleased to me in exchange for promising not to tell anyone. I was betrayed by the professor, my mother, and my friends. I suffered so much I wished I could be reborn. I wanted to be someone else, someone who wasn't me. That's why I died in the classroom that day. Reborn as Aya Fumino. But things didn't go as smoothly as the legend of the Princess of Himegamori Forest. Some still knew the real me, so I wasn't yet reborn. That's everything that happened to me. How long will I be able to stay as Shiori? I just don't know, and that's why I'm writing this. Farewell, everyone. Farewell, Shiori. Shiori Yoshioka.
こんなひどすぎるわ。
Shiori wrote it. We just don't know when she left the letter here. Even so, I think this is a sign that she wants someone to save her.
みんな最低よ。
I understand how you feel, but we need to focus on Shiori, not condemning them.
わかった。
Fatty said he was called out to the lake. Shiori's probably waiting to ambush him there. There's one more thing I'd like you to help me with, too. I explained everything to Masaki and then leave the house, with me carrying the still unconscious Fatty. I laid Fatty down on a bench overlooking the lake. I had to throw in an extra couple of punches, so I doubt he'll wake up for a while. I hide myself and wait until I see someone suspicious approaching Fatty. I jump out of the bushes and stand in between them.
Yo!
Hey, so what are you planning on doing with him?
Oi, oi!
If you have something to say, then do so.
困ったな。
Silent treatment, huh? If I'm not careful, I'll startle her and make her flee.
そうだ!
The letters. You wrote a lot to me in your letters. About everything going on at school, about the stuff you were looking forward to. I loved exchanging letters with you. I read your letter at the professor's house. I know you want someone to help you. That's what I'm here to do. So speak to me.
Shiori!
Her voice sounds strange. Maybe the mask has a voice manipulator.
生まれ変わるためには私の秘密を知っている人にいなくなってもらうしかなかった。新しい私を始めるために私とアヤの復讐を遂げるために。
違う!
Don't worry. You can fix things without going through this. You're not Aya.
もう遅いよ。でもありがとう。あなたならしてくれるかもって思う。
I'll explain with max mode.
Shiori, 罪を償おう。
そうね。死んで償うわ。
I didn't explain that well. What else can I say?
遅くなんてない。まだやり直せる。
ありがとね、マックス。
Shiori slowly steps backwards before throwing herself into the lake. Shiori! I won't let you die. I'm gonna save you. I jumped in the lake after Shiori without thinking about the consequences. I can't see into the water from here. I frantically swim over to where Shiori went under. You're a victim here too. You shouldn't have to suffer like this. There's a different way that you can fix things, I swear. I know you can make me out. The sunlight will be blocked out by my body. Please, if even one part of you still wants to live, then take my hand. I pray as I stretch my hand out as far as possible. I'm already dying to take a breath. Just when I think it's all over, Shiori grabs my hand. Shiori. I pull her back up to the water surface. Then I place Shiori on my shoulders and somehow manage to make it back to the shore. I One day Shiori faced up beside me. The mask must have fallen off when she jumped, as she was no longer wearing it. Her expression seems so serene that it seems she's no longer haunted by her demons. I kiss her right on the lips. Slap! I get a frail slap across the cheek. Looks like you still got some life in you. You must have come back to life in the lake. Just like in the legend, huh? You can pay for your crimes and fix things. I know it. Shiori nods. I hear the sound of police sirens in the distance. It seems Misaki played the part I asked her to. She was watching us the whole time.
私は吉岡しおりです。
Shiori finally seems herself again. Yep, you're Shiori. Shiori makes a frail but definitive smile. In that moment, my mind is made up. I'll be waiting for you, Shiori. I'll never let you suffer again. The Princess of Himegamori Forest answer arc brought clear. Are there more arcs even after this? Clearing all these arcs, does another arc show up? First letter. Oh yeah, this is the one where I'm walking around in the forest. I'm a reporter working in the city. In my youth, I endeavored to write investigative reports disclosing the shady practices companies go up to. That's all in the past now. Now I'm just a humble third-rate reporter, somehow making a living from getting the latest scoops on famous people. But there was one incident, about a month ago, that I spent every waking moment looking into. I stopped sorting through my papers and looked up at the ceiling. Aya's letters, huh? About 10 years prior, there had been a bunch of cases of people going missing or dying in unexplained circumstances. People going missing isn't that uncommon in of itself, but all the victims in these cases had a connection. And that was, before the incident, they'd had pen pals. Through their letters, we discovered her name, Aya. Not only is it rare for people to use letters in this day and age, they were all writing to the same person. Perfect setting for a story, really. But when I stumbled upon this case, one that no one had reported on before, I found myself unable to just laugh it off as some kind of urban legend. I decided to throw out the gossip articles I was working on and chase this story instead. That brings us to now. I just discovered where those letters were being sent from. Shimane Prefecture, Matsui City, the Fumino residence, huh? I may be a reporter past his prime, but I still have confidence in my legwork.
Yosh!
I pack as lightly as possible and take the next flight out to Shimane.
Hey.
This is my first time in Shimane, but it's a pretty neat place. They have a local mascot, Shimaneko, who's hanging out by the entrance to the airport taking photos with tourists. I'd love to take a look around sightseeing, but I'm tight on time. Gotta follow my lead and head over to the Fumino residence. This should be the address, but it's just an empty lot full of weeds. My lead should have been reliable. I guess that old lady must be a local. I'll try talking to her. Excuse me, I was wondering if you could help me out.
Hi, なんでしょう?
I heard that this was the residence of one Miss Fumino, but the smile on the old lady's face vanishes. She instantly falls expressionless.
知りません。急いでいるのでこれで。
And with that, she walks away as fast as she can.
Oi, oi!
Something was up with her. I try asking several more passers-by, but they all respond in a similar manner.
困ったな。
Yeah, this is an issue. My shoulders droop, my one lead having already brought me to a dead end.
文の手を探しているの?
I hear a voice behind me. I didn't hear anyone walk up, though. That's right.
文の教授のお屋敷はここにはないわよ。
Do you know something?
ええ、私は関係者だから。私の名前は村上美咲。
This Misaki Murakami woman has an attractive face, a clear voice, and a particular way of speaking. Miss Murakami, since you say his residence isn't here, could you please tell me where exactly it is?
美咲でいいわ。きっと長い付き合いになるし。
お願いします。
Okay, Misaki it is. Please tell me what you know.
もちろん。案内するわ。
Misaki says with a bewitching smile. We get on a bus that takes us up a mountain path. Misaki then leads me down an overgrown path into the forest. She handles the uneven footing with expertise. The Fumino residence is up on this mountain?
ええ、この先よ。ほら。
A Western-style house appears before us. It's a wonderful three-story building standing alone in the midst of the forest. It looks deserted.
今鍵を開けるわ。
Misaki, just who the heck are you? She just smiles in response. I follow her inside. The place looks as wonderful inside as it does outside. Come on, you know something, don't you? Tell me about Aya's letters.
アヤ、文のアヤはその写真に写っている娘よ。
Misaki points to a photo of a beautiful young girl placed atop the fireplace. She's a cutie.
タイプだって顔してるわね。
No, I...
見ての通り美人だし、成績も優秀で IQ テストで1位になったこともあるらしいわ。それに絵も得意でコンクールで大賞を取ったそうよ。飾ってある新聞がそれね。
There's a framed newspaper article and an award certificate. I guess she was gifted with both talent and beauty, huh? Is this Aya Fumino the same Aya from the letters?
そうよ。そしてアヤの手紙という呪いをこの世に生み出した娘。
Curse, you say?
ええ、呪い。信じられない？
待ってくれ。
Well, I mean, I'm not one to believe in all this occult stuff, but for some reason I can't laugh it off, just like when I found out about those letters.
無理もないわ。私もそうだったから。あの時まではね。
Back when?
言ったでしょ。関係者だって。私はアヤの呪いを体験しているの。
What do you mean?
全ての始まりは約30年前。当時高校生だった文のアヤが不慮の事故で亡くなったこと。
It didn't look like a recent photo, so you're telling me she died?
ええ。でも彼女はまだ生きている。
Misaki begins to recount her story. Aya Fumino had a strong attachment to the world, causing her to leave behind a curse. Every year, someone would play the part of Aya Fumino and get themselves a pen pal. If they believed that Aya was real, you passed the curse. If they found out she was dead, the curse had failed. As punishment for failing, the person playing the part of Aya, those close to them, and finally, the pen pal themselves would all die. No one has escaped it so far. When they were in high school, Misaki and her friends were infected by the curse. The person who'd been playing Aya went missing after graduation. The curse began to fade from all their memories, and some 10-odd years went by. Until the pen pal came to Shimane in search of Aya Fumino. His desire to meet Aya allowed him to solve the mystery of the curse, but all that awaited him was the death of him and all of Misaki's friends, save her.
そして私が一人生き残った。なぜ私なのか、呪いの謎を解く方法は何か。考えた私は家主のいないこの文の邸の管理をすることにしたの。呪いの間近にいることが近道だと思ったの。
Misaki takes a bundle of letters off the shelf.
文の教授が保管していた文通相手の手紙よ。
Whoa. There's a lot of these. I can tell that this cursed ritual has been going on a while.
文通相手の新聞記事よ。
I started reading them. A heart attack, jump to their death. These are all the names on the letter's senders.
信じてもらえたかしら。
Yeah. But... Huh? I feel giddy.
大丈夫？
Yeah, I just feel a little dizzy.
そう。それにしてもあなた、見れば見るほど彼に似てるわね。
Who do you mean, him?
平穏を破った元凶。私たちの友人、10番目のアヤの文通相手よ。マックスというあだ名で呼ばれていたみたい。
俺は
I'm Max. But I'm getting even dizzier. Shaking my head is doing nothing to stop my vision blurring. get a hold of myself.
Max じゃない。俺は俺だ。
I'm a reporter. At least I should be. I'm Max? Am I? No, I'm not.
俺はマックスじゃない。
I'm not Max. I'm just a humble third-rate reporter.
どうしたの？どうしたのよ。
Aya?
ちょっと、本当に大丈夫？
Huh? My vision's blurry, but for a moment, Misaki looked like Aya, but I've never even met her.
ショックが強かったのかしら。横になって休んだ方がいいわ。
I think I will, thanks.
あなた、記者なんだっけ？この話を聞いても、呪いを解く方法を探すのを協力してくれる？
Yeah, for some reason I feel like I really need to get to the bottom of this case. I'm suddenly really sleepy.
助かるわ。あなたがいないと始まらないから。
Did you say something?
なんでもないわ。さあ、とにかく休んで。
I fell asleep before she even finished speaking. Where am I? I'm in some unknown classroom. This definitely isn't the school I went to. It must be evening as the surrounding outside the window are dyed red. For some reason, I can't hear anything as if I'm watching a silent movie. Someone's coming. A high school boy and girl enter the classroom. They take no notice of me, as if they can't even see me. They take a bag off of one of the desks and talk about something. Then, a while later, they leave, still chatting. What is this? Then suddenly it feels like the floor beneath me has disappeared. The sensation of falling makes me clamp my eyes shut. I only open them when I feel the ground beneath my feet again. This time I'm at a road leading up to a shrine I don't recognize. Am I dreaming? Both sides of the roads are lined with stalls, men and women of all ages moving between them. It seems like there's a festival going on. Those are the kids from before. Maybe they're in a relationship? The girl looks really happy, dressed up in yukata and eating cotton candy. I get the feeling I recognize her. Beside her is a rough-looking boy in casual clothes. As I get a good look at his face, I realize it's not the same boy from the classroom. I still can't hear anything either. This feels awfully realistic for a dream. I'm once again assailed by the sensation of falling. I pass by a variety of places. A roadside somewhere, the front of a station, a pâtissier. Each time a different, unfamiliar boy is with that same girl. It feels like I'm watching someone else's dream. How long is this going to go on for? This time I'm watching them wander through a shopping district. My sense of time is left. It feels like both an eternity and only a single moment. I jumped from surprise on hearing the first sound since I got into this weird dream state. Who are you? Where is this?
どこでもないさ。強いて言うなら、アヤの世界。
Aya, right. The girl I keep seeing is Aya Fumino. This is the manifestation of Aya's deep psyche. The ones beside her are all the successive generations of her pen pals who receive their letters. Who on earth are you?
俺は、アヤからはマックスと呼ばれていた。
Max. Misaki told me about him. He's one of the pen pals.
俺たちはこの世界に閉じ込められている。死んでもどこへも行けず、永遠にアヤの中をさまよっているんだ。
Eternity?
頼む。俺たちを解放してくれ。
Free you? Is that even something I can do?
文の手で俺たちが出した手紙の束を見ただろう。あれをすべて燃やしてほしい。あの手紙は霊体をアヤの呪いへ縛り付けるチケットみたいなものだ。それを焼けば俺たちは解放される。
Okay, I'll do it.
ありがとう。おい、アヤの隣にいる少年の顔を見ろ。
And he was instructed to look at the guy's face. It's a face I know all too well. I know this face well.
どこかで見たことが。いや、そんなはずは。違う、そうじゃない。なかなか生かした顔してるな。違う、そうじゃない。俺だ。嘘だ。
No, this can't be. Did I die?
大丈夫だ。まだ間に合う。だが時間はない。急いで呪いを解くんだ。くそ！
Why'd I go and get myself involved? My vision and Aya's world start fading. It seems I'm returning to reality.
そうだ。最後に伝えることがある。
What's that? The man's words reach my ears just as my vision goes black.
村上美咲は嘘をついている。
Ah, when I open my eyes, I find I'm on the sofa in the Fumino residence.
あら、目が覚めた？あなた、ぐっすり眠っていたわよ。
I met Max.
何ですって？
In a dream. No, I was in a spirit world, Aya's world. I met him there.
彼は何て言っていたの？
Burn the letters, and they'll be free. And then they'll be free.
そう。早速取り掛かりましょう。
I grab the heavy bundles of letters from the shelf and head towards the fireplace. I crouch in front of the crackling firewood and throw the first bundle. I throw in the first bundle. Misaki watches me from behind as I do so. He said these letters are what are binding them to Aya's world.
これでアヤは成仏するのね。それに、この呪いも。
It should, yeah. I throw another bundle into the fire, and then another. I keep going until I finally throw the last one in.
長かった。本当に長かった。やっと呪いが解けるのね。
Misaki mutters, clearly deeply moved. It makes sense. She's suffered this curse for an awfully long time.
呪われてくれて、本当にありがとう。
What was that? I spin around to see Misaki smiling. Me? Cursed? I'm just an outsider who found out about the letters recently.
忘れているのだから仕方ないわ。あなたは自分でここへやってきたと思っているけど、本当は違うの。あなたが高校3年生の時かしら。ほら、思い出して。
Misaki stares into my eyes. I feel like she's transmitting something through them directly into my brain. This can't be. How did I forget? I was one of Aya Fumino's pen pals.
その通りよ。あなたはアヤの手紙の対象者。この文の邸でアヤが死んでいることを私から聞かされた時点で呪いは発動していたの。
もしかして。
And my memories too. I assume you were the one who manipulated me into coming here.
ええ。あなたはレタス君だったかしら。
That's what my nickname was in high school. It's what Aya Fumino called me in her letters. Why did you do this? Misaki hangs her head, remaining silent.
ふざけるな!
Just answer me already.
最初は友達が欲しかっただけなの。だけど、あの世界にとどまっているのもすぐに飽きてしまったの。
Something strange here.
手紙が縛り付けていたですって。それは私も同じ。村上美咲の死と引き換えに肉体をいただくにはあの手紙は邪魔だった。
お前。
Who are you? Misaki gives me a beaming smile, like one you'd see from a weather reporter on TV.
あら、意外と臆病なのね。本当はもう気づいているんでしょ？
Yeah, you're...
お前は文の綾だ。
As my consciousness fades, I see Aya holding the letters I wrote as a student. Aya used Misaki's body to return to the world of the living. There is nothing binding her now. She can go anywhere she pleases. No longer restricted to Shimane, she could appear next to anyone at any moment. I suppose she was being mischievous or something when she made sure my letters were the only ones not burned. Now I have to wander her world for eternity. Now that Aya has a corporeal form, she's free to spread her curse all over the country. I wonder how many Ayas will be created today. There's a letter on the table. Happy birthday, Aya. Curse letter answer arc route clear. Is it like just all the bad routes that you get like an epilogue for? I guess so. Staticky voice crackles into life.
さあ、こちらに来ていただきましょ
う。何なんだお前たちは。私が誰だか分かっているのか。
はい、文野教授。あなたには謀反の疑いがあります。
ざれ言。私はこの件については任されている。そんなものはまかり通らんぞ。
では仕方ありません。博士の指示です。
Several more men come out from the shadows, pointing guns at the professor.
そうか。そういうことか。私はまた間に合わなかったのか。
連れて行
け。いいのか。後悔する。必ずな。私を排除して、それでどうなる。
The doctor stares at the monitor.
海野くん、残念だよ。君がここまで愚かとは思っていなかった。
The doctor changes the display on the monitor. It now shows Max.
こうしてまた君たちの力を借りることになろうとはな。運命とは皮肉なものだよ。
The doctor stares up at the ceiling.
15年。早いもので15年だ。成長した君の姿をこの目で見られるとは。長生きも捨てたもんじゃありゃせんな。
Doc, who's gonna do this if we don't?
頼むぞ、マックス。今再び戦いの時が来た。始まるぞ。プロジェクトルートレターが。
Where am I? I have no recollection of this place at all. I know I got caught up in that UFO stuff, so what am I doing here? A futuristic-looking door opens, as if on its own. The door just opened? It's like it's telling me to go through it. I've been shut up for long enough. What could be scarier than aliens, anyway? Even if the path ahead takes me to my execution, I have no choice but to walk it down it. Man, this is something else. Looks like I'm in a secret base from some sci-fi movie. Somewhere along the gloomy corridor is a bright light. I start walking towards it. This feels weird. As I'm walking along, I'm overcome by the sensation that I actually know this place. Can't be. Max. Pain flashes through my brain like a bolt of lightning. What was that? Though I clutch my head in agony, I don't stop walking. Eventually I make it to the large door that's the source of the light. Fingerprint recognition? What am I meant to do now? I mean, touching it, it's not gonna... There's a beeping and the door opens.
なんだ?
The heck is this? There's a giant robot in front of me.
待っておったよ、マックス君。
Do I know that voice? Do I know this robot? I remember. The spotlight suddenly falls on me at full blast. It matches the scene in my memories perfectly.
そうだ。
That's right. It's the light of the UFO.
違う。それは操作された記憶だ。お前さんはもう本当のことを思い出してるじゃろ。
Right. You're the doc. And this thing, this robot is...
そうじゃ。わかるじゃろ。お前さんの相棒じゃ。
I'll use Max Mode to drag out my memories. Ah,
こいつでよく釣りに行ったよな。
のんきなやつじゃ。
そうじゃない。
it was something even more important.
G gear.
But at that instant, I feel like my monochrome world has suddenly been filled with color. G-Gear. Its name, humanity's will, its existence, a symbol of hope.
特殊機動兵器グラビティギア、通称 G ギア。お前さんはそのパイロットじゃ。
The rush of memories pouring back into my head causes my brain to short circuit. My consciousness quickly fades away. Aya. Just before my mind completely goes blank, I see a face. It's a face I shouldn't know. The smiling face of my pen pal. "15 years ago, we were only high school students when we saw the UFO crash land on Earth."
嘘だ。
The hell is this? Out of curiosity, we approached the wreckage. By chance, we came into contact with alien blood, and that would change the course of our lives.
マジかよ。ロボット？
By coming into contact with that alien blood, we were granted mysterious powers.
若いお前さんたちには辛い経験を強いることになるかもしれん。
The doc, a genius scientist who developed the G-Gear.
わしはいつでもお前さんたちの味方だ。分かってくれ。
Out of all the adults who knew the truth, there was only one we could count on as a friend. In truth, this man was like a father to us. And then there was Aya Fumino. She was no pen pal. She was my one true partner, and the girl I loved.
目が覚めたか、マックス君。
ああ。
Yeah, I remember now.
無理はしなくていい。15年もの間封じられていた記憶だ。すぐに整理はつかんだろう。
He's right. The memories I've regained don't explain everything. For one thing, Aya, she died.
死んだ。15年前の決戦でお前さんだけを残してな。
That's right. She died in the fighting. She died right in my arms. The incessant alarms inform me that my mech has reached its limits. In fact, it's already surpassed them. We are somehow managed to run on willpower alone.
So.
Shit, why isn't this working? Why won't the G-Gear do it? Max. I need more energy. If I just had the energy for one more shot, that's it.
マックス、全員の機体からエネルギーをかき集めてやがる。
マックス、一人で行く気か。
やめて、戻ってきなさいよ。
すまない。
Sorry guys, if I don't do something, we're all dead.
みんなで帰ろうって約束しただろ。みんなでさ。
Sorry for making you do this with me. The only thing that's gonna take that monster down is a full-powered strike. Aya nods. Take this! Oh, fighting kaijus, okay. The light emanating from the monster envelops us. Aya, all I can feel is someone's warmth embracing me as my words are swallowed up by the light.
アヤは G ギアのエネルギーダークマターを全て自分に集め、それに耐えきれなかった。
see. So my recklessness killed her.
お前さんのせいではない。アヤはそのためのサブパイロットだった。ただ役目を果たしただけじゃ。
Right. We carried out our duties. We even saved the world. But all of that was secondary.
でも
But I wanted her to live. I wanted us to be together.
今は心を休めろ、マックス君。それはずっと昔の傷なんじゃよ。お前さんは一度乗り越えた傷じゃ。
He places a warm, caring hand on my back. 15 years worth of missing emotions come crashing into me. The truth hurts like nothing else. It's like an old Gundam plot. Following day, the pilots are assembled in the hangar.
みんな記憶は取り戻したようじゃな。
All of my classmates stand alongside me. There's Four Eyes, Monkey, Fatty, Bitch, Snappy, Shorty, Bestie, and Shiori. Can't believe Shiori was Aya's clone all along. Yes, the girl pretending to be Aya was Shiori Yoshioka. She was a clone of Aya's, and the doctor had taken her as his granddaughter.
来たか。入れ。
Aya? Max mode's booted up all by itself.
アヤ、俺の心が今涙している。
落ち着けマックス君。彼女が怖がっておる。
I need to calm myself down before speaking.
アヤ、俺のこと覚えてるか？
落ち着けマックス君。彼女が
アヤ、生きていたなんて。
違うのじゃよマックス君。この子はしおり。お前さんと文通をしていたのは。
What? Now that I have my memories back, it makes sense. By the time I started writing those letters, Aya was already dead. But even still,
おいおい。
they look more or less identical. Shiori's face resembles Aya's so much, I'm convinced that they're one and the same.
それはな、しおりはアヤのクローン。あ、いや、姉妹のような存在だからじゃ。
A clone? That's ridiculous. How am I supposed to believe that?
信じてもらうほかない。何せ、アヤですら本来の人間とは違う。
Huh?
アヤは異星人の体細胞から作られた、言うならばハーフのような存在じゃ。
That's right. Aya wasn't there when we found the UFO. But then, why was she on board the G-Gear with me? It's all connected somehow. It must be.
吉岡しおりはアヤの4番目のクローンだ。わしがそう名付け、孫娘とした。
Your surname's Yoshioka, huh, Doc?
そんなことどうでもいいわい。記憶を操作され、フミノの小僧に協力していたが、今は元に戻っている。
Shiori nods. Why doesn't she speak?
フミノの小僧に研究材料として扱われてな、体中をいじくり回された。結果、脳の一部と言語機能に異常が生じた。
くそ！
That damn bastard.
自分の娘として育てていた最初の実験体、コード A、アヤを失ったのじゃ。その絶望があやつを狂わせた。
Even still.
ああ、許されることではない。だが、その気持ちもわからんでもないよ。お前さんもわかるだろ？
Guess so. I still haven't come to terms with how I lost Aya. Her smile, her voice, her warmth, everything. Shiori sadly casts her eyes to the floor.
お前さんたちが15年前に閉じた地球侵略のためのワープゲート。それが開かれようとしている。
So that's why you called me here and dragged up all these horrible memories? You're barely better than Professor Fumino, Doc.
ならお前さんはしおりに一人で死にに行けとそういうのか、お前さんたち旧友がいなければ戦えるのはしおりだけじゃ。それでもお前さんはそういうのか。
You spineless coward. How can you use Aya as a bargaining chip?
違う。これは願いじゃよ、マックス君。わしはお前さんに救ってほしいのじゃ。あの日救えなかった彼女の命を。
But Shiori isn't Aya.
うん、そうだ。だが、お前さんはしおりを捨ておけるか。
I don't know. I just don't know. This is all so sudden. I just can't wrap my head around it.
待ってくれ。
Let me think it over. I need to talk with the others. I need to ask you all. Are you prepared to go to battle again? There's no answer, but of course not. It's been 15 years since then. We're not the same naive children we once were. Honestly, I'm still not sure whether or not we should do this. Part of me thinks we've had enough of the pain and suffering. But that does nothing to change the outcome. We're the only ones who can do this. If we run, they'll end up dead anyway.
マックス君、
こうなったら
So, I'm gonna pilot the G gear again. This time I won't let anyone die.
だね。僕たちの手で島根を守ろ
う。昔のようにいいところをマックスに取られるのは尺に触る。
Are you guys sure about this?
いいも何も一度乗った船だろ。
何かっこつけてんのよ、マックス。
いい仲間を持ったな、しおり。
ありがとな。
Thank you guys. We're gonna protect Shimane. No, protect the world.
Oh!
Our once broken bonds have been reforged. We're more ready than we've ever been. This is the place. Shiori and I have arrived at the location the doctor told me about. Shiori lays down some flowers and I follow suit. You know, back then I never really cared about the world peace or anything. Giant robots fighting monsters sent to destroy Earth by aliens? It was like something out of a TV show. I just went at everything with all I had. It was hectic, but it was fun. I guess you could say I played around too much in the end. I feel a warmth on my back. It feels just like it did back then. She really is just like you, Aya. But then reality hit me. I ended up losing someone special to me. Unfair, don't you think? I feel a squeeze, and then a stream of cold down my back. Shiori. Shiori's crying. Crying like my pathetic attempt at repentance was meant for herself. I promise you, Aya. It's time for max mode.
お前が救ってくれた命、今度はしおりのために使う。
A single heartfelt tear rolls down my cheek. That's enough of standing around crying. I pull Shiori into an embrace and she gently holds me in return. You protected this place, and now it's time for me and Shiori to do the same. That's the emergency alarm. Giant energy reading sighted off the coast of Shimane. Abnormality detected in the warp gate. Can't even give us a moment, huh? Let's go, Shiori. This time we'll finish things for good.
メガネ、サル、デブ、ビッチ、ガリ、チビ、親友、しおり、そしてマックス。全員いるな。はっ！ワープゲートにエネルギーが増大。30分経たんうちに宇宙怪獣が出現する。全員準備はできているか？
Do you even need to ask, Doc?
それもそうじゃな。
Would you mind if I said a few words?
好きにしろ。
We've all aged considerably since then. We've learned a lot, and we all have our own takes on life. We know that sometimes it can be scary to move forward. But we mustn't let that stop us from doing so. We can stand We can stand a while and think. We can search for a different path, but we must never remain stationary. So let us keep pushing forward, and let us open a path for all of our futures.
Oh!
And lastly, let's make sure we all make it back. The pilots, the engineers, every last person in the room cries out for the future of humanity. Soon the fate of the world will be decided. The battle to live to see tomorrow has begun. We're at an overwhelming disadvantage right from the get-go. Four Eyes, bitch, shit. Have all our allies gone down? Shiori, change sensor range to directly around the neck. Shiori takes on the support role with skills indistinguishable from Aya's. However,
駆動系を潰された。あとは援護くらいしか。
the galactic creature seems to have been amassing energy for the whole 15 years it's been sealed away. It's at least double the size it was back then.
くそ、まずいな。
He managed to inflict damage, but not land any decisive blows. The next piloted by Four Eyes, Monkey, Bestie, and Bitch have all been driven off the battlefield already.
これをこっちから提案しなきゃいけないなんてね。マックス
I start operating the limiter on the generator of my mech as I dodge the beams of light coming from this creature's mouth. We're gonna gather all our energy into my mech, right? Is that the plan?
そのために僕は後ろで戦ってたんだ。この G ギアタイプ B はそのための機体。
Patty sends over a code. I've never seen it before. We didn't have this back then.
思い出しなさい。あなたがどうしてマックスだったのか。
Max.
俺がマックスだ。
Right, because I always give it my all. But when I'm really serious, I give it my max. I can hear both Aya and Shiori. For a moment, they overlap and allowed me to calm myself.
頼んだよ。ヒーロー。
今度はちゃんと送り出したからね。
Time to strike the finishing blow with max mode.
必殺残脈手。
This is some kind of video game. Ah, damn it. Ah, why is it in a different order? Just makes it harder than it needs to be.
俺とお前で世界を救うぞ。
No, that's missing something.
俺が、アヤが、俺たちが G ギアだ。
Shit, the output isn't rising.
So, G ギアマックスモード。
The alarms start blaring again. Only this time it's different. All the energy accumulates in my mech, allowing me to shoot out the strongest blast imaginable. Aya and Shiori have placed their hopes in me. This time I'll protect everyone and everything. I push the G gear to its maximum potential. No kaiju can stand up to the max. This is the end! The light surrounding me is one of hope, the one that has defeated this beast. We did it. Shiori, we did it!
安心するな、マックス君。ワープゲートはまだ閉じきっていないぞ。上空に巨大なエネルギー反応。これは UFO!
But that's impossible. The dead kaiju's body is bathed by the light of the UFO and disappears.
何が起ころうとしている。待っていた。待っていたよ。この時を。
All right, Professor Fumino.
特殊機動兵器 G ギア。実に素晴らしい力だ。だからこそこれを私が使うにふさわしい。
Something begins assembling itself below the UFO. It takes on an ominous yet familiar form. It's one of the mechs that were designed to save the world. What is that G gear? The ultimate symbol of despair descends down before us.
マックス君、君のことはね、ずーっと厄介だと思っていたよ。
What's going on here?
君がアヤを狂わせ、異星人と共和する道を閉ざした。
They were attacking us. There was never any chance of cooperation. I raised the G-Gear's weapon and fire, but he just strikes it off as if it were nothing.
あったさ。従順に従い、いつか反旗を翻すのだ。人類は最初から敗北していたのだから。
The foe raises a sword made of monster skin.
こうして戦うのは運命だった。私の正義と君の正義。
ふざけるな。
Shut the fuck up. What part of cooperating with the aliens that attacked us is right?
それは理解できていないがゆえだ。その果ての終局。人類全てが異星人に支配され、次なる存在へと革新の時を迎える。
そうじゃない。
You think it will save Aya? That it will save your daughter?
科学の発展に犠牲はつきものだ。どうせ人類は異星人には勝てん。結果は同じだよ。
That's just what you think.
人は弱いものだ。絶対的な力の前にはひれ伏すしかない。違う。
You're wrong. People are strong when they all fight together. People aren't as weak as you think.
人間は誰しもその我欲のために生きている。君とてそうしてアヤを殺した。
You have no right to say that.
権利など本来誰にもないさ。所詮人は自分自身の行動にすら自由にする権利を持たない。
ふざけるな。
That's just what you think. There are people I want to protect. I want to protect the world as Aya once did. That's the reason. That's all the reason I need.
だが君は勝てない。この G ギアゼロは全てのスペックが君の期待を凌駕している。
So what? Just who do you think I am? I'm Max. Max, goddammit.
ざれ事だ。
That's what I call G-Gear. Here we go, G-Gear. Max mode!
なんだそのエネルギーは。システムブラックボックスだというのか。
Fuck if I know.
何。
I will protect the promise I made with Aya. I will protect Shiori. And I will protect Shimane. Shots of my G-Gear pierces straight through the engine of the G-Gear Zero.
あ、いや、そうか。私にも。
So peace returned to Shimane, nay, the world. However, we paid a high price for it. With all our memories restored, there wasn't much hope for our futures. Thus I decided to remain in Shimane. As for Professor Fumino, I think he might have returned to his true self in the final moments. The explosion of that G-Gear Zero sealed the warp gate. It might be 5, even 10 years until the next opens, or perhaps even longer. Either way, I'm sure they'll attack again. But we'll rise those challenges as many times as it takes to protect Shimane. As long as I have these guys with me, nothing will stop us. My best friends and Shiori Yoshioka. What a crazy ending. There's one more thing gets unlocked. Okay. The Bonds of Marriage sequel or a sequel arc has been unlocked. So we find out what happens after we get married. My goodness. I should have just made this a whole nother session. I had no idea it was going to take so long to read all these. Okay, well, we got one more. I might as well round it out, huh? Half a year has already raced by since Shiori and I were reunited. I've moved into Matsue since then and set up a new designer's office. It's located close to the nursing home Shiori works at, and so often when I'm busy, she'll come by to bring me food. At other times, I let her sleep here. We're always looking out for each other. However, the two of us aren't a couple. We're not even in any kind of relationship. Naturally, I hope that Naturally, I hope what we have can progress into something more, somehow, at some point. But not knowing if Shiori feels the same as I do has left me unable to take that step forward. But then, one day, something happened that would be the sparks needed to progress. We received a wedding invitation from Misaki, one of Shiori's former classmates. Now that I think about it, Shiori seemed strangely restless ever since she received hers. I'm reminded of how heavily pregnant Bish was with her second child during the wedding. Soon after that, I was taking the trash out when I happened to spot a wedding magazine that was being thrown away. What's this now? I certainly didn't buy it, so I assume Shiori must have bought it and read it. Shiori must want to get married then. And if, by any chance, she's waiting to get married to me, then I need to get moving. This is the perfect chance to move our relationship forward. I'm gonna marry Shiori. Deciding that is all well and good, but moving and setting up a new office costs a small fortune, so I'm pretty broke right now. Definitely far too broke to afford a wedding. What should I do? I think it over for a while before deciding to send letters to all of Shiori's former classmates. You guys.
That
doesn't really explain anything. Oops, getting ahead of myself here.
今すぐ金を用意しろ。
What am I, some kind of bank robber?
頼む。俺のプロポーズに協力してくれ。
Having made my decision, I mailed the letters off. After reading my letters, everyone agrees to meet me. It's the first time we've met up in a while. My proposal strategy meeting is about to start. Bish just gave birth to her second child, so she's unable to join us in person.
それで式の段取りはどれくらい決まってるんだ？
いや、
I haven't even started. Don't even have a venue in mind.
まずはそこから？質問なんだけど、結婚式はいつがいいとか希望はあるの？ああ。
Yeah, that's one thing I have decided. I think back to the day I was reunited with Shiori, to the rain that fell when we met, in Shizuku, our destined meeting in the rain.
そうだな。
I want to have a summer wedding in June.
6月？結婚シーズンで人気の月なんだから、今から会場なんて確保できないよ。待ってくれ。
I'm not just gonna give up. I felt something special during the Shizuku.
じゃあ、式を挙げられる場所があるか手分けして探してみよ
う。Best thing for is immediately take on Monkey's suggestion and get to work.
じゃあ俺は知り合いの方を当たってみる。
僕は松江市周辺を当たってみます。
While doing that, Shorty and I will think up a way to make money.
わかった。それで肝心の結婚資金はどの程度用意してあるんだ
？Thing is, with the move and setting up my office, I'm practically broke.
おいおい、手詰まりじゃないか。式にかかる費用を知らないわけじゃないだろ。
I flashed him a peace sign in response. I can manage about 20,000 yen. Shorty's eyes opened wide, lost for words.
そうだな。規模によって予算は変わるが、最低でも100から200万は欲しい。
なんだって？
That's a whole lot of money. Give him a puppy dog look.
だろう。そこで提案なんだが、今年は諦めて来年式を挙げるのはダメか？
I'm begging you, Shorty.
バーをやってたら儲け話の一つぐらいあるだろ
う。Shorty gives me some thought before coming out with a suggestion.
何か売れるものはないのか？プレミアものだとか芸能人のサインだとかよ。
I already gave Bitch's signature to Morita, so no luck there. As for something limited edition, Oh, wait, maybe.
そうだ
Look at this. It's a Lake Shinji badge. The guy who gave it to me said it was a limited edition. How much do you think I can get for it?
これは
You know about this, Fatty?
プレミアもののシンジコバッジだよこれで結婚資金はかなり賄えるよ
Is it really that valuable? What would I do without the guys from Kamarian?
おいマックス式場が見つかったぞやった
Nice job, Monkey. The venue they located is pretty tiny, in all honesty. However, should be more than enough for our friends and family, I reckon.
そうだ結婚資金が厳しいならケーキは僕に任せてよ
本当か
Would you, Fatty?
それぐらいは手伝わせてよ僕らの関係を修復してくれたお礼もしたいしね
式で出す料理と酒は俺の方で用意させてくれお前には何かと迷惑かけたしな
すまない
You too, Shorty. Thanks, dude.
結婚式のスピーチは私が担当するわ。
ありがとな
Thank you, Snappy. Preparations are coming along swiftly, with everyone coming together to help make this special for Shiori and I. Thankfully, the expenses are going down too. It might be out of character, but I'm so moved it's bringing a tear to my eye.
おいおい泣くのは早いんじゃないか式はこれからだぜ
Shut up. A little while later, we start going over everything so far.
現状で決まっているのは式場に日程ケーキに料理と結婚資金はもう十分そうだな
As long as I can sell that badge tomorrow, all that's left to do is...
ねえマックス、何か忘れてない？結婚に欠かせないとても大切なものを。
Important? I forgot the most important thing. There'll be no wedding without it. Everyone stares at me in exasperation as I cry out. The wedding ring! How did I manage to forget something so important? And moreover, how am I going to afford it? Snappy and Bestie, almost unable to look at me, both hold out 20,000 yen. Everyone else takes this as a cue to also take 20,000 yen out of their wallets and hand it to me.
これは選別だこれで明日指輪を買うといい
ありがとな
Thank you guys.
だから泣くなって
Lucky clapped me on the back as I burst out crying on the spot, unable to hold back my tears. Now I have to sell the badge, buy a ring, and propose to Shiori. Gonna be a busy day. The next day, I get back to work. I get my work done as fast as possible and head out into Matsui. I meet up with Fatty in the shopping district.
バッジの方は僕に任せて君は指輪の方を
よろしくな
Got it. Thanks, man. The store I'm in has a whole lot of rings for those that are horrendously expensive to ones that are more moderate value. I go up to one of the attendants and tell him I'd like to look at rings within my budget. I check through all the rings he shows me, but I'm unable to decide on the perfect one. In the midst of my hesitation, I glance outside and notice that it started to rain. In Shizuki, my eyes suddenly latch onto the ring located near the window. It captivates me, seemingly calling me towards it. This is it. It's gotta be. I mean, to tell the attendant that I'll take it. I get the money from Fatty, then get in contact with Shiori. Shiori, there's something I'd like to talk to you about. Could you let me know when you're done with work? A few hours pass before she gets in contact with me again. I rush over to the nursing home where she's waiting for me. Sorry for making you wait. Think we could go for a walk? The two of us start strolling through the nursing home. Shiori seems different from usual. Perhaps she's realized that something's up as she's following me in silence. We finally come to a halt at the place where we were reunited. It's time. Calm down, Max. Calm down. Take a deep breath and prepare myself. I nervously begin my speech, still facing away from her. Sorry for calling you all of a sudden. There's something really important I want to talk to you about. Shiori nods, urging me to continue. It's been half a year since I moved to Shimane. It's gone by so fast. I set up my office and I've been working myself to the bone ever since. I turn to face Shiori, staring into her eyes as I continue to speak. Things are going great, but this isn't something I could have achieved on my own. Shiori looks at me with upturned eyes, waiting for me to continue. I've only made it this far because of all your help. No, hope you'll continue that in the future, too. Take a deep breath, then take the box with the ring in it out of my pocket.
Shiori.
Shiori, will you marry me?
Hi.
Shiori's eyes fill with tears as she gives me a giant nod. No, we're not going to use max mode. At that moment, rain starts to fall around us. The rain feels so gentle, as if it's giving us its blessing. Or getting us wet. It's the day of the wedding. Time has flown by in the blink of an eye since I proposed. I think back over everything that's happened. My mom sneakily giving me that letter, causing me to journey to Shimane, where I met everyone and solved the mystery of the letters. And now, I never could have imagined when I found that sealed letter that things would turn out this way. Shimane really is the land of fateful meetings. I'm convinced. You just never know what life has in store for you. I smile wryly allowing myself to get all sentimental as I think about the past. At that moment, there's a knock on the door.
Oi, Max! 入るぞ!
Oi, oi!
You can at least wait for me to answer.
まあまあ固いことは言わないで。今日はおめでとうマックス君。
おめでとう。
おめでとう。末永く幸せにな。
ありがとな。
Thanks, everyone. By the way, where are Snappy and Bestie?
ああ、二人はしおりを祝福しに行ったよ。そうか。
Well, it'd be rude of us to barge in while they're having their girl time. The tension begins to set in as the time of the wedding draws nearer and nearer.
おいおい、ここまで来て緊張してんのか？自分のあだ名を思い出せ。いつでもマックスのマックスだろ。
クライマックスに緊張してるなんて名折れになるぜ、マックス。
You're right, guys. I should be hyping myself up. Hype myself up with max mode.
俺を誰だと思っている？マックスだ。
Am I about to go into battle or something? What the hell you want to say? Oh. That's the complete opposite of what I'm trying to do.
Max!
Crap, that's not helping my anxiety. One more from the top. I'm Max. I am Max, goddammit. I give everyone my thanks, then head towards the hall, the place where Shiori is waiting. Everyone gives their blessing as I enter the hall, and walk over to where Shiori and I will exchange our vows. Let's spend the rest of our lives together, Shiori.
Hi.
And so Shiori and I sealed our vows with a kiss, our vows to love each other forevermore. Whoa! We got to the end of everything, finally. Well, obviously I like the Gundam ending. But this is the one I sent it to. Well, I'm glad we went through this journey. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it is fun, and it's certainly worth your time and your patience and your money if you want to play through it yourself. It's a lot of good times here. And as I said, this is the kind of visual novel I prefer, where it's not just always trying to kill you at every single step that you make. It's more about telling you the story and experiencing not that there isn't a place for, kind of game that just kills you every time you make one decision. I think those kind of games should exist and continue to exist. But I want to play as few of those as possible. I'm actually happy that we played through the drama version. The original version still on there if you want to have the hand-drawn art still. But it is kind of nice to see the real locations. They picked some really good actors to portray all the characters. Maybe not all the people that look exactly like the original art, but I think it's good enough, really. All the voice actors are great. And, yeah, I'm happy to pick this up. I'm happy we've gone through it. Every day since Shiori and I got married has been hectic and fun. Honestly, I've never been happier. I managed to get a break from work and decided to write a letter to my mom.
母さんへ。いや、母さん、久しぶり。しおりと結婚してから忙しい毎日が続いているけど、充実した生活を送っているよ。実は今日母さんに手紙を書いているのは報告したいことがあるからなんだ。聞いて驚けよ。俺たちに家族ができるんだ。女の子がしおりのお腹に。それでさ、早速名前を付けようってしおりと相談して同時に名前を言い合ったんだ。一斉のせってね。そうしたら俺もしおりも同じ名前を挙げたんだ。偶然にしてはできすぎてるだろ。ごめん母さん、俺だけ盛り上がっちゃって。肝心の孫娘の名前なんだけど、名前はあやにしようと思うんだ。
Alright. And the good thing is, if you're a fan of the game, Shimane is a real place. So you can visit all the locations from the game. And I believe all the businesses are still around. I believe Kamadayan is still there. Although, obviously, you can't visit it now, at the time of this broadcast, with a pandemic going on. But if you already happen to be there, make sure to visit. Once again, this is audap. You've been watching Root Letter Last Answer on Nintendo Switch. It was fun, and I hope you enjoyed watching. And I'll see you at the next stream.